What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to Daily Grind Trader. Today, I'm talking Ravencoin. But first, I can't talk Ravencoin without giving a huge shout out, a huge props to the Ravencoin community. These guys on Twitter have been helping to promote my work. They are awesome, just a kick-ass community. The Ravencoiners, the Ravenites, whatever they decide they want to be called. It is an amazing community, especially on Twitter. I've been brought in as one of them, working on Ravencoin projects in the NFT space. There's all kinds of different Ravencoin projects, and the community has been fantastic. So big shout out to the community for Ravencoin. With that being said, guys, before I get into my technical analysis, please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. You make all your trades at your own risk. All I do is offer technical analysis and some tools that you may be able to use, or you may just enjoy watching. But either way, know that you manage your own money. You are your own financial advisor. All right, before we get started with Ravencoin, we gotta take a look at Bitcoin because Bitcoin essentially makes the market. So with that being said, the price action has been kind of stinky for Bitcoin, and I'll have to admit that it's kind of gummed up some of the altcoin markets as well, just kind of sticking and not moving a whole lot. But the really cool thing is that we have developed a strong support at 60K. So we have 60,770 at the top of this line, and roughly 60,000 even, depending on how I draw my lines. But let's just call the support at 60,000. Every time it's gotten towards that touch, it's bounced off, and it has been a solid support level. So this is actually probably a better scenario than if we would have just blasted off out of here. Like if this came out of here and just blasted straight off, we may not have developed that really strong support at 60K, which we're going to need because this will eventually break back down. And instead of going all the way down to 40K or all the way down to 30K, if 60K is a stop, that's awesome. That's really good to have 60K be a really solid support. How does that impact the current price action? I don't see us breaking down to the bottom of this wedge again, or this bottom of this channel. I don't see the price getting down and touch this low end of the channel again. So the next time it touches the top, it should break out the top, and then we've got to test 64K. 64 is the big test to get back towards the all-time high and then back into price discovery. So we've established a great support at 60. We've got to break resistance at 64, and that's really about it. And then it's the moon mission. That's really all there is to it, the Bitcoin right now. It's kind of a slow period. It's kind of boring, but things are looking up, especially when the 4-hour Arun is just starting to turn up, and it could turn and jam up really quickly. There's plenty of room on the RSI to grow. There's plenty of room on all the indicators to grow. At this point, it just needs to happen. But all of these touches on this 60K support line here, that's just strength building and strengthening the support. So it's really a good thing. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, let's take a look at Ravencoin. Ravencoin, guys, has had fantastic price action recently. And I've drawn this up specifically, and I'm going to delete this guy for you now because we no longer need to concern ourselves with this area. That long, slow consolidation period, no longer a concern for us because we are out of it. We are clean out. We are out of it for days. So now what we have this rising channel. We had a low and a high, higher low, and a higher high, and a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So the trend is strong. The price action is strong as long as it holds. Now with these rising channels, typical nature is for it to break out of the bottom at some point. Now we don't know when that's going to be. I think we've run this channel up a little bit longer, at least until we hit the 50% fib line, which would be this area here, 15,320, 15,330, somewhere in that range. That is my first potential area to see a breakdown, but it doesn't mean a dump. It means that it hits this line, consolidates down a little bit, and then spikes back up and breaks it. But that would be the first time we break this structure. I think it's going to be the 50% fib line. You see all the bottom touches of this structure were the lower lows, and we just had one. Literally, we're sitting on one, and it touched the low, and it's already buying back up. And this candle could turn green before the 4-hour window was done, or it could come back down and retest. I think it still stays in here, though. I think that we still hold this channel. I don't think we fall out here. There's no real reason to fall out here. We're in the middle of a range. There's no really major support resistance that we're running into. I would believe that if we do break out of the bottom, it would be at the 50% line. Now, with that being said, if we don't and we go through it, then we go to the 38.2 line and we're looking at around 18 cents. 18.6 would be the next possible breakdown. But with that being said, again, guys, I want to make sure to really drive this home that a breakdown out of this doesn't mean that it's going to be a dump. It doesn't mean we're going to have a 50% retrace or a 38.2 retrace. It just means that we hit this, we get stuck on it for a little bit, we come down a little bit, and then we jam back up. We retest this support, or we retest this resistance a few times, and then we finally break it. I don't want anybody to be worried that I'm calling for a dump. I don't see a dump anytime soon. Again, guys, look, I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about. This video is going to be relatively short because Ravencoin price action is strong. We can all see it. We can see the pattern. We can see that we are in a rising channel. We've had higher lows and higher highs. I expect a new higher high to come up, and it might come up and hit or break this 1532. But this is going to be our first really strong level of resistance that we have to worry about that could break us out of this wedge. So with that being said, guys, that's the video for today. That's it. That's all there is to it. But again, I want to thank the Ravencoin community. You guys are awesome. Love y'all. And as always, until next time, peace.